And I was like, no. I have to tell you, like, I'm from Starr Mazer, and he was like, oh.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I was like, yeah, no, thank you for letting. I just want to experience it. I know. And he's like, oh, it's so early, and I was like, dude, it's cool.
He handed me a controller when I first went over there. And he looked down at my pack, or my badge, and I had the Starr Mazer thing on. And he goes, oh, I know you! And he threw the controller in my hand. He's like, no, listen, I just need your feedback. Be brutally honest and tell me everything. And so I was. But it was really cool. The game's coming along, guys. If you backed Children of Morty, you're going to have a good time. If you like Gauntlet and you like roguelikes, it's gonna please you a little bit. It's really fun.
And since we're just talking about backing, I just want to like throw out there, Radical Fish Games is currently doing an Indiegogo campaign.
Yo, why didn't we not talk about that?
Because we were idiots.
We should, yeah, I'm sorry.
But part of the reason why we also want to talk to them on Tuesday, and they're going to stay up, it's going to start, our show is going to start at midnight.
For them, yeah.
For them. So they're going to do it because they really want to get as much exposure for their game as they can. They've got an Indiegogo campaign going right now. Their game sounds incredible. We talked all about plot and story and ideas and the way it works, and their game is really
and the integration. Even if you don't know anything about crosscode, or you're not necessarily immediately interested, or if you're just like, no, fuck it, I'm only Starr Mazer it, cool, because our integration with crosscode is going to be really cool. The story elements we've come up with, it's going to be super non-traditional. It's not just going to be brick like crash landing on a planet and showing up. No, it's really, really neat. So yeah, Bartu, I was super honest when I told him, and it was super awesome. So anyway, I got to play Hyperlight Drifter again, which we already have copies of, but it was really neat. Kazuo, it looks like they want a link. Do you want to go ahead and...
The link to the Indiegogo?
Yeah. Oh, it's right there. That happened.
Yeah,
wow.
Did
It just happened. Cool.
Mazes are on it, man.
Mazes are on it. I don't even need Kazuo to do that anymore.
By the way, Pyro's just saying all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, Pyro. Insane.
Yes.
So, I did... Somebody asked, I don't know who... Bim whatever asked, I don't know the name, I'm sorry, it's black against black, so it was really hard for me to see, but asked what our favorite game we saw. Actually, so this is kind of cheaty because a lot of the games that I really, really enjoy, I'd seen and played before, so they're not going to stick out as much. Hyperlight Drifter I have, every build of, so I'm not really like, woo, wow. I'm still like, woo, wow, but I'm not super impressed. Crosscode was incredible, but I'd seen a bunch of Crosscode. There was a game that just hit me right in the feels, or the nostalgias. It was a game called Zombie Night Terror. Zombie Night Terror.
Something like that.
Yeah, and it was God, I'm that asshole on the YouTube who doesn't know the fucking... Or on Twitch, rather, who doesn't know the name of the game. Give me 1 second. I hate that guy.
If you're talking about internet assholes, you should just say Reddit and say what you mean.
Zombie Night Terror.
If everything goes awry, by the way, Bitwise is just laying on the TV remote, so that might do something. Yeah,
Zombie Night Terror. See, I'm not an idiot. It was really cool. So, it's basically like fucking the best version of Lemmings. You start out with like a city of people. And the animation is super minimalist. Like the pixel art, every pixel means something. Like there you go. Zombie Night Terror. Thank you, Triptide. You guys are on it.
Also, Pyron saying, enjoy your dinner and let's figure out a time for you to come down sometime. I would really like that a lot.
Please, Pyro Insane. Cool. Please come down.
You got to see this dude. He's just incredible as a human.
So Zombie Night Terror is. And by the way, this is outside of Starr Mazer. Starr Mazer was obviously my favorite, but it's basically you get a little city, and you have like 3 contagions, and your job is to kill everybody, like to turn everybody to zombies. But the city is like a functioning city, and it's got like police officers and military dudes, and people who could get fire axes and stuff. And it's tiny little like lemming style animation. And you have to pick who you infect first. Who's patient 0, and then they infect the people around them, and you can change how doors work and how stairwells work and stuff, and you can like collect zombie armies, and you don't control anything but like who the initial guy is, and then you gain DNA points or some other point. I'm sorry guys, I played it for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but it stuck with me the whole show. You get points that you could then spend on new mutations. So you can make one of your guys a runner, or you can make one of them explode and like detonate a door. And it was really cool. It was a really cool experience, and I'm super amped about it. It's one of those games where I immediately was thrown back to playing Lemmings on my old IBM clone with like the PC speaker and like the Psygnosis music, and just like losing my mind to that little tiny game and being so obsessed with it. And I just had like, I was immediately like, this is what I've been waiting for from this platform or this style of game, this genre of game, which there's been tons of different games. I was the kid in college, man. I was downloading Lemmings Paintball and Lemmings 3D and all the different Lemmings and obsessing over Lemmings, and it never really got serviced. It's like playing Worms 2 versus like Worms 17 World Party Armageddon butt shit. Like the original Worms games had like a moment and they were perfect. And then after that, it just like went off the rails. The same with Lemmings; they had a perfect moment and then went off the rails. This goes right back onto the rails, only it's better, and it's now, and it's not as it's much more tactical than Lemmings. Like Lemmings is like, okay, build a fucking stairwell, make him go up the stairwell. This is like you gotta like pick who to turn, and there's all kinds of different classes, and it's really nice. So there you go, man. Yeah, so there you go. Ferrioto says, I really wonder, since Crosscode is a game about virtual reality MMO, will there be a mention of the real world? It doesn't spoil anything. The answer is just yes or no or maybe. I'm not going to talk to you about that. That's not I can't talk about that. I can tell you that that the game can be accessed from the holoexit space station in Starr Mazer, though. Not necessarily for the player, but for characters. That's pretty neat. Triptide asked if I looked at Death's Gambit. I did not. And I did not look at Elite R either. I spent most of my time behind a booth. I only got to play 2 or 3 games. I actually sat down with Andy and played Rockets for a while, just to chill out. That, guys, if you have not played Rockets, that is the coolest like 4-person game.
I had no idea what I was doing, but it was so pretty.
It's so awesome. It's just the mechanic. We played the first version, the demo version of Rockets, the pitch version, which was what?
Oh yeah. It was like,
and he's like, and that's where we got the money. And I'm like, you just put it as a little rocket. It's just in the center of the screen. You push the button, some flames come out. You got money for that? And we did the Starr Mazer trailer. Like that's what we got. What? But it was really cool.
It was great because like I kept playing it and going outside of where they had bothered to make a space map. So you're just going around in like gray nothing with a little space.
It was awesome.
It was good.
But no, Rockets is an experience. It's when you play it, you can feel the gift in it. Also, he had his lady train the AI, and he's like, she's the worst. She's like the hardest ass player in the game, and the AI is fucking relentless. And the way he coded the AI was he just trained it from her. So every time you play, it's like you're playing her, and you're playing the girl. And she's relentless. You can't get away from that fucking shit. Just volleys and rockets firing rockets, and it's the worst. It's so good. It's so cool. Yeah, anyway, so that was South by Southwest. Fool to Dream was an incredible experience. Kazuo, can you grab that copy of Sturmwind so we can point it out? He lent us, for you guys, Fool to Dream lent us his limited edition copy of Sturmwind, which, I dropped the card out of. It's got Bunny in it. That's pretty neat. That's really not Bunny, but it's Bunny. But it's obviously got the game, but it's got this really cool sandstone 3D printed model, which I thought was super incredible. It's tiny. It's super detailed, and it's actually printed in color. It's Sandstorm. So yeah, it's really cool. We're gonna take very good care of this. I'm not gonna throw it all on the floor, and then we'll get it back to Fool to Dream.
But we're gonna play it on the show.
But we're gonna play it on the show. So everybody, be thankful to Fool to Dream. So so yeah. One thing I did learn though was that this 3D printed ship is not what we're doing. We're doing something cooler. And if it works out, we're trying to with the cool fulfillment provider that we kind of signed with. We would love to have a Gundam style model kit is actually what we're trying to do. So, and it'll be a nice size. Anyway, Sezui says, question, regarding the Star Hero tier pledge, the portrait that is created by Caspixel, will that portrait be featured in the game? The answer will help me determine if I have to be a character, or we'll just use it as an avatar on Twitter. So Triptide followed up with, yeah, okay, so we were going to get to the art announcement in a moment, but it's no longer going to be created by Caspixel. It will be created by our art team which we'll talk about in a minute, and it is very good. We'll get to the art thing in just a moment. It's an important note, and we'll definitely go to. We'll definitely get to it, but it'll be just as valuable and just as prestigious. Don't worry, you'll see. But it is not featured in the game, so it's yours, your personal thing. So you can make it you or your friend or your mom or your mom's friend or your mom's friend's dog or your mom's friend's dog's cat or whatever you want, or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or whatever. It's totally cool. You can make it whatever you want that avatar to be. You can use it all over the internet and whatever. So I think that's actually a good time to segue into the art thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, we had an incredible time with Christina, Cast Pixel, Christina Antoinette Neofitus during the Kickstarter. She was a machine. She was amazing. She got all kinds of great stuff. When it came time to actually sit down and work out the continuation of the Starr Mazer art style, we came to a sort of a creative difference in the technical approach we want to take to some stuff. None of it was like super terrible. Christina is an incredible artist. She immediately went on to start doing, just go to her Twitter, go to her Tumblr, follow her. Like, she has a cool Patreon you should follow. I followed her on Patreon. We're pitching, and Imagos is pitching every month. It's very cool. But we just came to a point where there's a specific look that Starr Mazer has that Christina had some very strong feelings about. And unfortunately, we're not, because of the 50-55, honestly, because of you guys, we're not in a position to change the art style of the game after we've done it, right? I mean, the whole point is we sold a thing, and we need to stick with what we sold. The majority of the team really enjoys the art style that we've established, and that Christina did a great job maintaining throughout the campaign. But when it came down to do the game proper, there was a lot of discussion about changing the art style, and her points are all technically and creatively valid, and I believe our points are all creatively and also technically valid. They just weren't the same. You know, it's like chocolate versus vanilla, that we both have different opinions. Unfortunately, our opinion can't actually change because we've sold our opinion to you guys. We can't change what we made. And we don't want to, frankly. So when it came down to it, we decided that we would shake hands and kind of go separate ways in a positive and good light. She did a great job on our Kickstarter work, and we're going to maintain our art style that we established early on, that she then maintained through the Kickstarter. We're going to support that all the way through. And we're going to keep going. Starr Mazer is going to look like Starr Mazer. There's a couple of weird tweets that I saw, people saying things like, oh man, they like ditched their artist halfway through. But we didn't actually. And I think if the concern was that we got rid of an artist, which we didn't get rid of an artist, but if we got rid of an artist for some reason, and that would change the way the game looked, that those people couldn't be any more wrong. We need the game to look a very specific way. And if an artist either can't or has can't for either skill or personal reasons maintain that way, which, by the way, Christina has every ounce of skill and is totally capable of doing it. But there were some ideology issues with the actual art style. Nothing beyond that. I want to be clear about that. So we've put together. We took the guy who did our. By the way, we originally were going to utilize Maximo V. Lorenzo for the game. He had some stuff come up that then disappeared. So we went hunting for another artist, which we found Christina. 30 days after that stuff happened, we started to we put the word out to people we'd had on our kind of our short list. And Maximo was available again, so we went back to him and we're like, cool, so here's the style, like follow the style, let's get this thing going. And we've been working for weeks now to establish, to get everything in line. He is himself a very gifted illustrator, very gifted concept artist, very gifted artist. He's on a bunch of really cool posters. He did our t-shirt design, which you guys think is incredible, I know. And he's done a lot to take our characters to where they need to be. But he's going to, below him, he's going to have a team of pixel animators. And those pixel animators are big names. We're going to announce them shortly. There's a big full announcement that we want to let you know. But any of the like Christina has a lot of years of experience and a lot of clout. She absolutely does, but so do the other pixel animators that we're getting to. Some of them have sort of like public names as well, which we're going to interface with. I met with one of them at South by Southwest, in fact, and we had a really great meeting. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna read some comments. Triptide, Don, the game didn't really change because the game will always try to match more or less the concept done by Perrin in the past, but maybe more fresh in the end. Yeah or nay? Yes, no, Triptide, that's exactly right. Jeremy Perrin and I worked together for a long period of time to establish a look. That's the look of Starr Mazer. So at no point can an artist step in and say, I think we should change it, right? I mean, we established what it is, and it needs to stay that way going forward. And by the way, I'd like to point out that everything that Cast Pixel suggested, everything that Christina suggested, was perfectly valid. It just wasn't Starr Mazer, if that makes sense. I mean, you've seen her art. Go look at her art. She's devastatingly great at art. Her pixel work is second to none. Everything I've ever said about her is exactly the same. It's just that we came to an impasse where I, the director of the game, and she, the potential art lead of the game, could not agree that it needed to be a certain way. The way I need it to be is exactly what you've seen and exactly what you put your $15, $20, $100, $1,000, $2,000 into. That's the game we need to make. Whether or not, and this was a big conceit. Austin and I had a meeting with Christina and actually had to concede a point, which was that she was pointing out that that there are errors or methodological things that are done in the original art style that some pixel artists would consider wrong, like technically wrong. And we said, well, I guess that means we want it to be wrong. And because we didn't see what was wrong, and a lot of people didn't see what was wrong, but I have zero doubt that she was perfectly right, that the things that she was seeing were actually wrong technically, from a technical perspective. But then I guess Starr Mazer's wrong. I guess we're gonna have to do what we wanted to. We're gonna have to do what we promised, what we set out to do in the beginning. So we're just not gonna change art style. No one person gets to make that determination. And I know I just said it was me against her, but in reality, I had the easiest part of the argument. She had to come to me with her pure ideas, and all I had to do was stand up against a wall of 5,055 people and say, no, we all agreed. So I kind of it was easier for me than for her, and she did an incredible job making her case, and we had to mutually agree to go separate ways. She's off doing amazing stuff now. We're gonna keep going. So let's talk about Maximo for a second. Maximo is incredible. Maximo is, and again, there is no comparison here. Christina is also incredible. So we're done with Christina, moving on to Maximo. In the conversation, we're done talking about the Kickstarter moment, and now we're gonna talk about the actual game development moment. As far as working with Maximo, he has been exactly what we need for what we're doing now. The pixel side is still a thing. He still needs pixel animators, and like I said, we'll announce them once we have contracts signed and everything.
And I think it'll be a big difference having like a team of people versus
one person who,
on one person.
Though Christina could carry that load, it would be an incredible load.
Yeah.
Having a couple pixel animators plus Christina, yeah. Anyway, plus Maximo, I'm sorry. The animators plus Maximo. So he's going to be in charge of the animators. I've vetted the animators. I've met a couple of, like I said, I met one of them at South by Southwest. If you were at South by Southwest, you can kind of guess who I was talking to. He was the guy whose booth was just him drawing the backgrounds for the art. Just pretty incredible. He's going to release a game pretty soon. Has something to do with some kind of bird and some kind of boy. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Anyway, that's not an official announcement. I haven't made no official announcements yet. Sorry. Okay. I know. Anyway, so Maximo is cool. He's much more connecty with sketches. Like, he's willing to like burn through sketches. We spent a whole night just burning through stuff, and no, that's shit. No, that's great. Blah blah blah. And we've got all kinds of good art we're gonna start releasing. We currently have character designs for all of our main characters that are pretty pretty solid. And then we're going to get into sub characters this week, and then we're going to start doing backgrounds, and we're going to start getting to all this. It's going to be so good. Keep your eyes on the updates. We're going to start updating some pretty awesome stuff.
How many cats are you going to end up with?
Yeah, you're like on all of our cats. So yeah, that's the art situation. Maximo is killing it. Plus Maximo's designing our second shirt. Haha, we have a secondary shirt for our we're going to be talking about in a minute. Hello, Rafa. Nice seeing you here.
Rafa.
You're a bit late, but that's okay.
Yeah.
No, but we're going to have another shirt coming out. We have some more poster stuff to talk about. You're going to see all kinds of cool stuff that Maximo is going to be kicking out and his team for the stuff. So that is that. Art conversation had. So we're gonna open up some boxes. We're then gonna take a small break and get to playing a game. First things first, give me the top one. We have subscribed to. By the way, I have to. Though we are not sponsored by, I did get a massive discount from the owner of IndieBox. IndieBox is a cool thing. You should go look it up on the interwebs. You pay a small fee, and every month you get a new indie game. It's a fully boxed game with cool stuff inside. So I'm gonna open up this month's IndieBox. This will be our first IndieBox. We have Risk of Rain, which is very cool. I really want Risk of Rain. It might actually be that I have a copy of Risk of Rain already, but it's cool. There you go. Hey, Triptide, why are you posting to Owlboy? I didn't say anything about Owlboy. I just said avians and kids or something. Risk of Rain is cool. So check this out. I got a box copy of Risk of Rain. It looks pretty neat here. I'll go like this so you can see past all the glare. Back up. There you go. It's got a cool full box with a background with all the cool stuff on the back. It also comes with the cereal. Oh, you just stole my cereal on the internet.
You better go register real quick.
I'm gonna register this in a second. Please don't steal our thing. It came with 2 cereals, which is really neat. So you don't have to actually open the box, but there's something really cool sounding in there. So we're gonna open up the box. Guys, please seriously don't steal my cereal. That'd be really shitty. So
they're trustworthy.
I know it.
They're Mazers. They're all great people.
Yeah, so I'm gonna open this. Now the reason they give you this cereal card is so you don't have to open the box and can have a collector's edition of the box. But there's stuff in there, man. I'm gonna get it. I trust that when you get the box copy of Starr Mazer, if any of you signed up for it, or if you wanna like go ahead and get it when we release that version on our website for pre-order, we're also gonna send you a card with a code on it, so you don't have to open the box. Look, I'm opening it up. I'm ruining everything.
Oh, it's over now. It's not
ruined.
worth anything.
It's not worth. It's crap now.
It's crap now.
The box is really well made. It feels legit. It's limited edition, 1301 of 1500, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna open this up. We've got inside of the Risk of Rain box. First thing that pops out to me is Risk of Rain socks. This is pretty. This is pretty awesome. Which I think Vanessa's probably gonna get.
I was gonna say those look girl size.
Those look like your size. So we're gonna open up these socks. Here, check them out. That's pretty neat, man. Some socks.
They're like they got a little face on them.
Little cat face.
Little cat face. Little kitty face. Kitty face socks.
So you have Risk of Rain socks.
Butt too. It's like a kitty butt on the side.
And then we've got this Risk of Rain monster log, which is kind of a leather book. That I suppose it's embossed with monster log. It's basically a really cool, man. It's got every monster from the game in the bottom, and then a whole cool like place to write your interactions with that monster.
Oh.
Which that is super cool.
That is cool.
My mind is blown up right now.
Dude.
Yeah, man. Look at that! Rock Golem. That's so cool, and you can write your little experience with those monsters. And it's got the little, it's basically like a Moleskine style book. Feels slightly cheap, but it's still cool. Still very cool.
Actually, it feels pretty good. Okay.
We've got a Risk of Rain Captain's brooch pin, which is awesome and really well made. It feels like one of those NECA things. It's nice and heavy. It's the Captain's pin. It's really neat. Kind of rolls back and forth inside its packaging. It's heavy, which is really cool. Overall, by the way, I'm super excited about this. Then it has, this is my favorite. It has the Risk of Rain in the credit card case. It's a USB. Now this is of particular interest because even though it came in the foam case here, this magnetic foam case, this is neat and everything. This is not what Starr Mazer cards are going to come in, but Starr Mazer is going to come on this form factor, which will look like a turbo chip. It'll be printed like a turbo chip. This instead has a Risk of Rain insert this end thing and pops out here. It's kind of neat. But the Starr Mazer game is actually going to come on a chip just like this. So this is really neat getting one of these and feeling it. Right?
Oh, it actually feels, yeah, I thought it was going to be less sturdy than this.
No,
It
it's
feels pretty
good.
I'm going to break it.
Don't break it.
I don't want to.
Good.
How do I pop it out? Like that?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you popped the wrong way. So you broke it. That's cool.
I broke it, guys.
I'll fix it.
Oh my god.
Super easy. Check it out. Snap it back in. And then... you did break it. You broke it. Oh my god, one of the little nubs came off. You legit broke... It's broken. Look, the nubs on my finger.
Oh my god.
Vanessa broke Risk of Rain, everybody. Starr Mazer is not going to be so easily broken. So there, you popped it out and it slides like this. Be very careful because it's kind of janky now. But yeah, it rotates. Like this. Plug it in.
I didn't know.
There you go. It's very cool. Starr Mazer, like I said, is going to come in a big jewel case. Plus, it's going to have all... You'll see. I think we talked about it a bunch. So anyway, that's Risk of Rain. It comes with two things here. The official game soundtrack, which is awesome. By the way, I think I kickstarted this, so maybe I'll... Whatever. Official game soundtrack, which has 17 tracks. The Hopa socks are cool. We have a really awesome vinyl sticker, which is going to go up probably on my MacBook or something. And then this game manual, which feels really neat. It feels much better than like a normal paper manual. It looks brilliant. It feels like what I imagine that stuff in Back to the Future 2, the dust-proof paper. That's what this feels like. Don't be so mortified. They're pointing out that you're mortified. Check that out.
No, I can't touch.
You can't touch the thing. Feel that. It feels pretty nice. You can feel the vinyl sticker, right?
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, guys, this was... Oh, and then of course, IndieBox vinyl, which if they keep providing stuff like this, I'm going to keep getting them. This was incredible. I'm ridiculously pleased by this experience. This was a good experience, guys. The socks, the Hopo socks.
Ben45 wants to know if there's going to be a demo.
A demo of Starr Mazer?
I assume Risk of Rain? Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah. So here's the trick. If you're asking us if we're going to do a demo of Risk of Rain, we're going to play every game that we get from IndieBox on the show. So we're definitely going to play Risk of Rain if that's what you're asking. If you're asking if there's going to be a demo of Starr Mazer, we're still working out how we're going to do our releases. If the best way to get your hands on Starr Mazer quickest is to be part of our beta tier. And though that was limited offer on our Kickstarter, you can go to starrmazer.com, STARRMAZER.com, and buy your way into a beta pre-order, which will get you the beta tier, which will allow you to demo the hell out of it. So there you go. So that was our IndieBox. This is my first IndieBox experience, and I think Starr Mazer TV gives IndieBox a 5 Mazers out of 5 Mazers. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Good job, Hopo Games, in going with IndieBox. This is an experience. I feel like I have something. This is going to go on our shelf back there. You guys will eventually see that thing filled with IndieBoxes, I think. But that was a cool experience. I like that. What's next? We have the Loot Crate. Cool. I'm going to use a USB extender to open the Loot Crate. What time is it?
6:27 p.m. PST.
Ah, crap.
Do you have
gonna
a
fail.
meeting or anything?
No, we should have gone down to get packages because there's packages. But I think it's closed now. It's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a knife or something? Do you have something you can use to
I've
open
got
this?
keys.
You have what?
Keys.
Keys are great. Loot Crate. So you remember that we've done the Loot Crate thing when we decided to open our Loot Crates on Starr Mazer TV. By the way, we're not doing this because we're endorsed by these people, because we're not, unfortunately. It'd be cool if we were. We're super not. We're Triptide. By the way, thank you for being our honorary linkist. That's the greatest.
You are the best.
But we're doing this because this is like something we legitimately have, and last time we opened a Loot Crate, everybody kind of loved it. So we're gonna keep doing it. And if somebody throws us money at some point or some kind of
We still have
thing
something
anyway,
to send from the last
That one's for
Loot
Cerberus.
Crate.
that was just Cerberus, and it's gonna go to him. But if they end up giving us something, that's cool, but that's really not what we're looking for. So Loot Crate. This is our secret agent pack, I think. Oh yeah, there's like a keyboard, like a keyboard thing, which is pretty neat.
That's cool.
There's a shirt. It looks like.
That's so cute.
It's James Bond being angry that his drink was stirred and not shaken. It's pretty neat.
That's so cute.
He's despondent. We've got, wow, what do you, I don't even know what this is.
It's a watch.
It looks like a watch, but it's not.
Blink.
Press face to display time. Ah!
It is a watch.
There's like a rubber watch thing that you guys can't tell, but it's just rubber. And then like you touch it, and the time. That's actually pretty cool. I'm pretty blown up right now. That's a cool thing. Stealth wristwatch. So the idea is that it's like super stealthy, because it's the spy kit. So I'm gonna give this to you. We've got paracord. You can never have too much paracord. So we got some paracord for, I guess, surviving stuff. This Loot Crate branded paracord, pretty neat. We have a lanyard holder.
What does paracord do?
It's really hardcore, like nylon cord, and it's tied in such a way that that's like huge. It's like hundreds of feet of paracord. So when you need it, you cut one end and then you have like a billion cords. Yeah. There's a lanyard thing, the honorary Loot Crate button, which of course you get. There's a classified notebook. So we have 2 notebooks. Look at that. We have 2 of them. These are field notes. Confidential field notebooks, top secret. They're just graph paper, but they're pretty cool. They're branded with Loot Crate. It's pretty neat.
Field notes are cool.
Field notes are cool. There's the FX Collectibles Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. exclusive something. I'm going to see what it is. It is an exclusive Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. FX Collectibles lanyard card thing. So this would be cool to have. Oh, that's what the lanyard holder is for. So it's like a scan card. It's like a cool lanyard card. Like you are now an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. because of this thing.
And here's a picture of Patton Oswalt.
Of course there is. It is. It's his. It's actually Patton Oswalt's actual thing. See?
Is he in the show?
I don't know. Is he? Guys, I don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If he's in the show, we have his lanyard thingy. That's pretty neat.
Haha! Patton Oswalt.
We have Spy Mad Libs.
It's cool.
Free Mad Libs available now. Spy Mad Libs. I've never played Mad Libs really, so.
Oh, it's kind of fun.
We've got a free digital download of Ninjak #1. We've got Top Secret Agent 337, your mission, blah blah blah. This package you will find whatever. Wait. Oh my god. Yeah, so this tells you how to use the paracord. Cool. Your normal Loot Crate box telling you what you got. My favorite part about these are you open them up and they tell you what you could have got if you were the Mega Crate winner, but you didn't win. So I'm going to find that. Wow, actually this is like a whole little book. It tells you about like spies. There's Metal Gear through the years.
Oh, has Metal Gear got spies in it?
Yeah, it's got Austin Powers because spies, they said things. It's got silver screen spies, so James Bond. That's pretty cool, man. So apparently lanyards are the whole shtick in the show. So the Mega Crate worth $2,400 was a new Razer Blade full HD giant gaming laptop, plus a performance gaming monitor, plus black leather smartwatch. That's what we didn't win this year, guys, because we're not, or this month.
We never win.
We never win.
What do you have to do to just win it?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah. And then we have, finally, something that Vanessa will like. IDW's Orphan Black.
I actually haven't seen it yet.
Volume 1. Issue 1.
I've heard it's good.
And then there's a cool box game. The games tend to have cool boxes. This is some sort of decrypt thingy. So yeah, I'm going to throw these into our box here and try to kind of speed through it. I know that I'm kind of like rushing through this. We're not a review show, and we're not, so I'm just kind of like tearing through it, because this is kind of just tacked on to Starr Mazer TV. If it gets popular and you guys really like it, we'll be more serious about it. But until then, just open up a box, check out some stuff. Anyway, Risk of Rain seems cool. Oh, that's yours. So yeah, hey Metatronaut, nice to see you. You're late, and we just finished the first segment of the show. That's kind of crap. Sorry, man. We just did a whole bunch of cool stuff. We did some talking. You're going to get to see it on the YouTubes. But we're going to take a 15-minute break, I think. We're gonna set up a cool game, and we're all gonna play a game, and we're gonna talk about it. And you guys can chat on the screen, and it'll be really neat. We need to figure out what the game is, so that 15 minutes might even turn into like 20 or half an hour or something. We'll see. But we're gonna play cool music while it's going, and you guys are gonna. We'll see you in a little bit. Whoa! Hey, the Indie Box. Yes. Liv from the Indie Box. Vanessa broke our USB.
I'm so
we broke
sorry.
the Risk of Rain USB. Let's say a thing really quickly. We just did the Risk of Rain box. We've never really done. This is our first Indie Box.
This is so embarrassing.
We're actually making a game called Starr Mazer, and would love Indie Box treatment. It's really incredible. So check it out. This is really cool. We've never had anything this cool before. That's pretty neat. And we would like to work with you, Liv, and figure out a way to do really cool Starr Mazer TV / Indie Box funds. But yes, to answer your question, Vanessa here, our lead writer, an incredible materials userists, broke the USB dongly flippy thing. It was really sad because we were pointing out how great that thing was.
It felt really nice.
Yeah, but she ruined it for good.
I did ruin it. I think I broke it.
Plus,
think you can still plug it in.
I accidentally showed, I think, everybody my cereal as well.
During the break, just go register it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that during the break. I'll go register my cereal.
Oh, she's giving us her email.
So,
thank you.
Thank you, Liv.
We will talk more.
Yeah. And if you guys want to do anything with Starr Mazer TV, we are excited and have a bunch of cool people who are watching and who we've been kind of talking up Indie Box to. So there's that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Indie
I
Box.
feel so dumb. I don't think it was hard. I pressed, and I thought, like, okay, I told everybody about my experience with the Genesis for the first time putting in a game.
No.
You weren't. You were somewhere else.
Oh.
So me and my brother and my mom were sat there. My brother got it for Christmas. A brand new Sega Genesis just come off the market. We're so excited. Put in the game, and like it didn't turn on, and we're like trying to figure it out. Couldn't work it out. So we called Genesis, because back in the day you could just call them,
Call
right?
Sega.
Yeah, you could call Sega.
Yeah.
Just like you used to be able to call Nintendo and be like, hey, this thing isn't working. So we called Genesis, and they were like, yeah, you have to press the game down. You have to, like, push it so it clicks into place. And we're like, no, that'll break it, right? And we were all just like, my brother was like, oh, it's great present, Mom. It's over. You ruined Christmas. I have to break this stupid game to make it work. My mom is like in tears, like, I didn't know it would be so complicated. Like, the people on the phone are just like, no, you just press it in. It'll be fine. You just press it. And so we all just held our breaths. We were really poor at the time. We just held our breaths, pressed, turned it on. It worked. All you had to do was just do a little force. So I thought it was like that. I was like, oh, it's okay that it's a little bit of force. I didn't go crazy, but I broke it. So
Yeah.
thank you. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much, Liv.
I don't
also,
know
Liv,
who alerted her, but thank you to the person who let her know too.
interesting note, we will actually be playing Risk of Rain on Starr Mazer TV probably next Saturday. So every month when we get a game from Indie Box, we will be playing it on Starr Mazer TV live and discussing design tropes and art styles and all that kind of stuff while we build our own game, Starr Mazer. So yeah.
Oh God, no! Don't tell me that. By the way, this month's game comes in a Sega Genesis.
So exciting!
No.
Yes.
No,
so exciting.
it's so traumatic at this point.
Yeah. Cool. So nice meeting you, Liv, and also Metatronaut. Thanks for stopping in. We are going to take our 15-20 minute break and get ready for whatever game we're playing this week. Sorry that it hasn't been super planned. We have, of course, been traveling all over. We have been seeing the Indie Box booth everywhere we've gone as well. I pop by and say hi to somebody new every time, and nobody seems to remember me. But somebody told Vanessa that you guys wanted to work with Starr Mazer, so let's get a dialogue going. Let's see a thing. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Yeah, there's an IRC channel. That's cool. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a break. You should get over and get this ready to go.
And copy and paste that email.
Yeah, copy and paste the email.
Yeah.
It'll be really cool.
I'll take care of it.
We are going to see you guys in 15-20 minutes or so.
All right.
Thank you.